So this is the second film regarding setting up the child's phone after the parent's admin account has been set up on the parent's phone. I've collected my child's phone. In this case, her name is Tracy. I installed the TechNec app on her phone, and now I am opening the TechNec app, and you'll see that it says set up parent phone, which is what we use to set up the parent account. But since we're setting up the child phone, I'm going to choose set up child phone. Now, at the very top, you see enter admin account credentials. So the admin account credentials were ZZ13, password ZZ13, and then login. Now we're going to start asking for permissions, and since this is a child's phone, never save the parent's account user ID and password, so not now. Asking for permissions, so allow TechNec to access photos, media, and files on your device. Select allow. And you'll see that Tracy is set up, so now I'm going to select this particular button for Tracy, and it's going to say activate the admin app will allow TechNec to perform the following operations. So we're activating the device admin app. Now we're at Tracy's profile. So from Tracy's profile, we're going to go to the hamburger menu on the top left-hand side of the screen, and we're going to go to Advanced Setup. So these are the four features that we need to use individually to give specific permissions individually, one at a time, to allow the app to function properly on the child's phone. You'll notice that there are four buttons. Each of them have a red outline, which means they have not been set up yet. So the first one we're going to do is the screen timeout feature. And basically this feature allows you to turn off or block the child's screen. So we're going to begin on the bottom right-hand corner, turning the radio button on. Now it's going to ask us for permission, so TechNec, allow to display over other apps. This allows us to block the screen for the PG-13 app blocking, for the instant screen timeout, and also for texting and driving. So allow, and then hit the back button on the top left-hand side, and you'll see that TechNec is now allowed. Allow TechNec to make and manage phone calls. Allow. Success. Now go back to the menu on the top left-hand side. Go to Advanced Setup, and you'll see that now there is a green outline around this feature, which means all features have been set up properly. Now we're going to location and mobility, which is basically phone use in motion, texting and driving, browsing social media apps, browsing the internet, period, at a speed that's not safe. So we're going to, again, on the bottom right, use the radio button, and you'll see TechNec, not allowed. So permit usage allows an app to track what other apps you're using and how often, as well as carrier, language settings, and other details. Then use the button on the top left, go back. You'll see that TechNec at the bottom now says allowed. Go back. And then TechNec wants to access device locations. In some phones, allow all the time is in this list here. In phones that do not show that, click Allow in Settings, and now you'll see the selection on top, Allow All the Time. That allows us to track the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for texting and driving, and the Where's My Child GPS location feature. So now on the top left, hit the back button, and success. Now go to the hamburger menu on top, back to Advanced Setup, and you'll see location and mobility is now outlined in green. The next feature, PG-13 app filtering and blocking. Again, choose the radio button on the bottom right. TechNec, turn on. And this allows us to view, screen, and control and perform actions. So this gives us full control of the child's device to track and report on what they are doing. So select Allow, and then use the back button. TechNet is now on. Use the back button again. And now this allows TechNet to modify system settings. So when the parents make changes to the child's phone, it prevents children from making those changes. So Allow, top left side, back button. Now TechNet is asking for a virtual private network access, which are a secondary level of protocol to protect data, pictures, and privacy. And this is another step that we've taken to comply with European and several other country GDPR requirements. And even though TechNet is not allowed to have this feature in place in the United States, we still did it as a proactive measure since we are dealing with minor information. So select OK. And now success. And now go back to the advanced setup. And now you'll see PG-13 filter and app blocking has a green outline. The next feature is text neck prevention, which is the same setup. Basically, this feature will dim and block the screen when the child is looking at the phone in an unhealthy angle. And if you look at the video above, you'll have a good demonstration of what this feature does. So again, on the bottom right, turn on the radio button, and TechNet wants to allow to take pictures and record video because we use the forward-facing camera to determine the angle of the phone with regard to the child's face. While using app, success. Now go back to advanced setup. And now you'll see at the bottom, setup is complete. So you can exit the app. And then if you go back into the child's app, you can also access the settings from here, log in, and make any changes that are necessary. This completes video number 2 for Child 1 setup.